All right, cool. So just a couple of conversations I want to highlight. So we're going into phase 2. All right, this is going to go a little bit deeper. It's going to build off the concepts that we already talked about. There's a few new ones that we're going to go into a little bit deeper. So let's go into it. All right, module index. Skip right into that. Okay, book suggestions, extreme ownership, sales acceleration formula. If you want to understand, I've read this book probably 6 or 7 times. This is built and written by Mark, which, I don't know, Roberge, however you pronounce it. He is the individual that built basically HubSpot's sales team from 0 to $100 million. And he explains every single phase he took them through, everything that they did to do it. He explains all the formulas they went through, all the metrics, all the timings, all the time frames, literally everything that they did, and he does it front to back. This has been a Bible for me, literally. Everything that I'm talking about right now gets explained about 100,000 times deeper in that book. So write it down, read it, promise you, it's worth it, okay? Cool, so we went from basically doing it to managing it. We're going from optimized to systemized in this next piece. We're gonna be taking you guys from optimized to basically taking everything, putting it into a system. So you're obviously gonna need to organize it. One big piece when you're building systems at any point, if you're not organized, you're not gonna be able to do it. So keep that in mind. If everything's in chaos, you don't know where anything is, don't build a system because it's gonna break. Once you get everything into systemization or you start to put that piece together, right, you're gonna be starting to align marketing and sales, which is a big component of tomorrow, which is actually building the system that's gonna align marketing and sales, right? You're gonna align sales with CS, you're gonna replicate it, and you're gonna start to promote and delegate, okay? One thing you guys will notice as we're going through this, let me see here, we're adding on a pod every phase we hit. So as far as size and revenue, right, we're doubling essentially each phase that you go through, which means that there's gonna be new things to focus on, new things that you guys need to have in place, and obviously more infrastructure. Okay? If you guys do not do the things in the beginning that we talked about during phase 1, you're gonna have problems in phase 2, so on and so forth. Okay? A lot of the issues that you guys have talked to me about personally, one-on-one conversations, they all come down to missing steps along the way, every single time. Okay? Same exact thing, if you're going from 200 to 500 in phase 2, right? You're obviously gonna have your volatile stages, your floor stages, your volatile stages, your floor stages, etc. as you go through basically the progression of this, right? And that's due to bringing new people on, giving them responsibility, and teaching them through it, okay? All right, so from phase 1, you started doing it, right? Now we're optimizing, teaching it, you're systemizing it, managing it, replicating it, okay? Essentially, dumb this down even further. You built something, now you have feedback, you're optimizing it, right? You started teaching it, now you're systemizing how you're teaching it. So you're putting process in place to develop people faster, right? And you go from managing to basically replicating leaders, okay? That's where we're going, all right? Next. Most common pitfalls of phase 2, pretty much everything that has been asked, okay? We've got underdeveloped systems or tech stack, it's disorganized, out of control, tons of stuff, pick the wrong platform, whatever the case may be. More people come on, more problems come up, harder to fix. Internal team member cancer, everybody's dealt with it, okay? Inconsistent sales flow mostly pertains to lead flow. If you have inconsistency, if reps make a lot of money and then they're stagnant, and then they make a lot and they're stagnant, it's very hard to scale. Very, very, very difficult to scale, and a lot of people will jump in to bring a ton of people on before they have consistency in that, which 100% is going to stop you in your tracks later down the road with more people. Inability to fire, promote, and hire. You can't promote people, you're going to bring on too many people that you're responsible for, and it's going to be not a very fun day for you. Okay? You can't fire people, cancer's going to grow. It's going to be a problem. It's been a hard thing for me. I had to learn how to do it. Okay? You got to be able to promote. This is the phase where you start to promote people. It's got to happen. Okay? We've got sales reps feeling stagnant, meaning there's absolutely no promotion process. People are not moving forward when people don't move forward and they're doing the same thing every single day. Game over. They're going to be out. Okay? That's why a lot of people churn fast, because they have people sitting doing the same thing for 6 months with no map forward. Okay? Next thing, lack of goal setting, measurement, accountability, lack of consistent culture and company principles, meaning it's not very fun, meetings suck. You guys get the gist, okay? Making changes constantly. So for whatever reason, when people get their first sales team working and then they have a little bit of time back, whoever the CEO or founder is, and I've done it many times, they go into idea crazy mode. They just want to start building shit. Introduce new product, we're going to change this process, we're going to add on this, we're going to take out that. That is going to slow you guys down and it's going to kill it. The point of phase 1 is to build momentum so you can actually do everything you need to do in phase 2. And you can't do what you need to do in phase 3 unless this piece starts to develop people in your team. Okay? So, when your team starts working, you start getting 200, 300, 400K, whatever the case may be, it's the wrong idea to start jumping into trying 10,000 different things. And Justin actually talks about this a lot with everything he does. Essentially, one process, one funnel, keep it simple. 100%. And I completely agree with it. As soon as you start trying to do everything else, it's immediate chaos for your system, for your process, for your people, for everything. And it starts to fall apart. And that's pretty damn common. Last thing, treating sales leads as managers. They're your captains, not managers. Example would be promoting your best closer to manager role. Talked about that. All right, proof phase, replicate phase, then we're gonna go to scale.